It's day 152 2016 and today we have a couple of new chip level announcements from Computex and Ola seems to be readying a subscription based service. This is FoneArena Daily, let's begin. Let's start with the Computex announcements. First up, OmniVision has introduced a new camera sensor and this is a big pixel sensor, meaning it has a large pixel size. It's 12 megapixels based on a 1x2.3 inch sensor and it has a 1.55 microns pixel size. That's one of the major announcements from OmniVision, and this is now becoming the de facto standard. What I mean is that big pixels are coming into the foreground and many megapixels are going back into the background, like 23 megapixels. Not many flagships these days have it. The Apple iPhone has 12 megapixels, even the Samsung S7 has a 12 megapixel sensor, and they are moving to big pixels. That's the new thing. And the processing power has increased too. For example, now you can shoot in 4K and at a lower resolution with higher frame rates, like for example 1080p 240 FPS, and then you have other advantages as well, like 12-bit HDR, which is going to be the new norm in TVs. So research about it, and this sensor is capable of taking stills in 12-bit HDR. Most new DSLRs can do 14-bit raw images, and now the smartphone sensor can do it. So it's going to be a radical change when the TVs have HDR turned on. Qualcomm too has announced a new chip and it's called the Wear 1100. It's part of the Wear platform that began at MWC with the Snapdragon 2100 SoC. So this is part of the same family, and Qualcomm says this 1100 SoC is aimed at always connected devices, like for example kid smartwatches, elderly smartwatches, not necessarily the most powerful and cutting edge, but which demands the always connected experience and extreme power efficiency. So there needs to be a trade with power here, so the power requirements might be less and the power performance of this chip could be also less. So they are tailor-made for these kinds of always connected devices. That's what Qualcomm hopes that people will get around for this SoC. So Wear 1100 is for these low power always connected devices, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of devices that can come out of this extremely small and portable platform. We've been hearing a lot about the iPhone 7 from the Chinese social media websites, and on the point we have new information from the same sources, which is that the base variant of the iPhone 7 will have 32 GB of storage on board. That's great news because finally we are getting more storage at the base level, and with a 4K recording camera that's definitely needed. And it seems like the iPhones will be starting with 2 GB of RAM at the base variant. We know that there could be a bigger iPhone with 3 GB of RAM and dual cameras. That's currently the rumors right now. But yes, the base variant at least will start with 2 GB of RAM. This could also be because of the dual camera structure, which could be in both the models. We are not sure yet about that, but yes, that could figure into the requirement of the RAM, which has finally increased to 2 GB. So let's see what happens. The iPhone 7 is still far away, but we think Apple is now less secretive than before. And finally, the news is that Ola is launching a subscription-based service real soon. And we are not sure what it could be, but on guesses we can say that this is a really competitive move for the company against other incumbents like Uber, of course. So Ola's subscription service could target a completely different segment of consumers who might want to have rides on a regular recurring basis. There are a lot of possibilities for that, and companies would want in on this maybe, and maybe the older structures are being dismantled and this new structure is being formed for older solutions. Maybe, I'm just guessing. And I think this is really interesting. I want to base this as a point of discussion and ask you this question. How would you use a subscription-based taxi service, considering there are like a lot of advantages, like Ola is planning to give you extra support for Wi-Fi, good amenities and so on. So if you have a subscription offer, how would you use it? Let us know in the comment section below. And that's about it for today's show. Thanks for watching. Do check out all the Computex content that's on our YouTube channel and check the blog too. Keep an eye on it, and that's about it.